It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Welcome to The New Next, a podcast that addresses current events and how they will impact the future.
Well, the world seems like it's on fire. There's Maui, there's Greece, there's Canada. There's a lot of places where people are struggling and people are dying based off of wildfires. There's there's a lot of different elements in this, and the environment's changing. We've seen places like Northwest is a good example. They've struggled with rain in recent years, and things are dry, things are crisp, and you can't be playing games in situations like that. And then you also have these centralized utilities that are rate limited, so they can't increase their rates. If they want to go out and do stuff, they have to typically get that approved. So it's just there's a lot of situations that might pop up. There's been people that have thought that in the specific case of Lahaina, which my family spent my entire childhood going to, I can't believe it's burned down, and the whole town is gone, and there's 1,000 people dead. Maybe, there's 100 something dead confirmed, and I believe there's over 1,000 people missing. This is crazy to have a whole town get wiped out by fire. And there's a lot of people that have I've seen images online, and they're pretty eerie seeing, but people are claiming that there's direct energy weapons that were shot by the government to light up the fire. And I don't know anything about that, but I do know that energy lines that are not properly maintained and properly controlled, during windstorms, they fall down and they start fires. And there should be mechanisms to control these without losing power to where you need it. So, if, like a good example is coal mines. They have pumps that dewater the coal mine, because if they didn't have it, then all these people would drown to death 1,000 feet down. And then they might have 2 pumps, horizontal pumps that pump this out, but they might have 10, 12 pumps there, because you need backup pumps in case they fail, because people's lives are at stake. And it's when you have these transmission lines all over the place and they're not equipped with the technology needed to make them safe, then you have these situations where they burn down, or they fall down during storms, and there's live wires starting fire on the ground. I saw one with this guy who recorded himself out in his front yard with a hose and line, talking to the cops and stuff, where there was a live wire starting fires right across the street. So it's very unfortunate, not unfortunate, like, this just makes me so pissed, basically, is the general incompetence around here. Like the fact that water hydrants were dry, they cut off waters to houses. people had no clue that this was coming. They were told that this fire was totally contained. It was 100% contained. And then all of a sudden it was moving at, I think, something crazy, like a distance of 30 miles an hour or something. So, crazy. Like, I don't see how this happens. I don't see how our government could leave all these people hanging like they have to figure it out for themselves. I think it's very distressing that that a lot of people just went to trying to get these people's property from them, much like we do here in tornadoes. The vultures come in, and I mean, you're just people usually get screwed, and it's just it's really hard to see people be forced to stay in the town, have the roads blocked off. You see at some of these images where the cars are just bound out on the road, and you're like, well, I mean, someone probably died in most of those cars. They're literally, it's just horrifying, and all these people that live there have, I mean, been good for me my entire childhood. When I went and visited there, welcomed me into their community, treated me with respect, and I doubt that it's changed since then. So to see people so wonderful and community driven like that, I'd say more often than not, from what I've read and the experiences of people that have been shared, is that it's really hard to see how rough they've had it, how they've been treated, and they're right to be angry. They're just, it's stuff that they're making illegal, like bringing in food and stuff from outside. I understand the thought, because you have to have an organized disaster response. But when your disaster response is non-existent and you're still threatening other people from coming and helping it, it's just a huge problem. I pray for these people, and I think that they've been done wrong. This is an island chain that a lot of people are still not happy to be a part of the U.S. The U.S. went in and bought it, and a lot of people have felt a very extractive relationship from it. And because of that extractive relationship, you have a polarity where, one side is all on one side's on the other, one side's no extraction under any condition, the other side's let's extract everything. And when you have the no extraction under any condition, you have situations like this where water equity matters more than solving a specific problem. Sometimes you get a little trapped in your ideology, and that's both ways. But this is terrifying, and this could happen in any city in the U.S. Seattle's been destroyed before. Great Chicago Fire, there's been a lot of fires, that have forever changed the landscape of communities. And historically, a lot of riches have been earned during times of crisis like that. It's just I'm disappointed in a lot of people, and we've already seen multiple people resign, but there's also criminal negligence and stuff like that, I don't think that that's going to help people's problems go away. I mean, we want these people to be whole as a community, and it's we're not as a country doing a good job of making that happen at this moment.